Alright, quick update on ELON. So on the lower time frames, let's start off with the daily. At this moment in time, we are capitulating below the lows of the candle body closes on the daily time frame, which is not a good sign. You can see from here to here, you capitulated. We had a bounce up to the 13 EMA. Didn't quite make it to the EMA ribbons, but nonetheless, if you want to consider this a retest, it was obviously a bearish retest. I want to zoom out to the higher time frames before we jump into the 4-hour and just check over the daily, because this is the most important chart. If we remove all the drawings from your low to your high, no matter how you draw it, even if you want to be conservative, give ELON the benefit of the doubt and draw the 786 from the candle body close, you can see below 532, that was basically this entire trend being invalidated. So it really does suck. I'm an ELON holder myself, but I do expect this to go to lower price targets. Now, let's zoom in and I will talk about what price targets I think this is going down to. Bear in mind, I do think this is going down against both the USD pair and BTC. Unfortunately, there's not a BTC pair for ELON over on TradingView, but checking out our coin market cap, we can see a chart of best fit. If we remove the USD, you can see it's really been getting beat down very, very hard. And from the peak, we were getting 100 million, 50 million. I'm not even going to mention the top at 400 million, but we were getting a lot of volume traded, and coming down quite recently, we're getting 9-10k worth of volume traded a day. So the open interest for the Dogecoins has definitely dissipated in the past couple of months. We're seeing it with all of them. We're seeing it with DOGE, SHIB, ELON. But yeah, like I said, daily time frame, it looks like we're about to switch over. Now, the volume, like I said, volume is completely flat. This is what I was talking about. We zoom out, and volume is so flat compared to what we saw. So, the fact that buyers aren't propping this up is kind of telling me that we're going to move down. Now, in the last video, I said I think we're moving down 34%. And this was mainly because of the multiple rejections on the 13 EMA and the rejection from the 786 fib. I mean, it was pretty textbook. We literally broke down to this 786. We pumped back up to basically the rejection point from here, and we just kept on landsliding. So 4-hourly time frame, let's see what's going on. In the past 4 hours, this has been stepping in. I believe the past 4 hours for Bitcoin, we're seeing a throwback, and we did just get another rejection from the 13 EMA. So this is basically what's causing this to go down. If we look at the Bitcoin dominance is also going down, which is definitely strange to see. Some altcoins must be outperforming, but at this moment in time, it doesn't seem like ELON is going to hold up for the next couple of weeks. So I'll give you the breakdown target if we go over to the daily time frame, because like you can see as well, on the 4-hour, it's just absolutely brutal. Every time we come into these EMA ribbons, we just completely switch. We've been trapped underneath these 4-hourly EMA ribbons since we had basically an extra 0. And, if we drop like another... How far would we have to go to drop? We'd have to go very far to drop another 0, so I'm not really worried about that for ELON. But the price to hold is 422. Let's call it 420. We really want to see 420 hold, at least today. Coming into tomorrow, it's going to be lower. Coming into the next day, it's going to be lower. So if we just say 4, obviously I'm not going to read out all the zeros beforehand, but basically we capitulate another 5% in the next couple of days, and we are going to have a breakdown of this bear flag target. Now, I'm only going to give you the bear flag target just for those of you who are interested, but just to let you know, I don't actually think we would be going down to this bear flag, and we're not, because the price target is in the minuses. So like I said, just drawing that to see. But where I think we're going down to now, weekly time frame, you can see there, unfortunately, there was no volume traded. Like, literally, we've got a 1-week candle here. If we go over to the daily, you can see we don't have volume traded between these regions. So unfortunately, like I said, there's 9 days worth of volume traded, and most of it is a straight wick to the upside. So in my opinion, we've already capitulated below the 786. there is really no other lines in the sand where we could come down to at this point, in my opinion, unless we're drawing a micro fib. But I don't want to focus on micro fibs for this. I think it's pretty clear that we're going to be moving down here. So I adjusted the breakdown, and from when we started this video, it'd be about another 32% to the downside, and it's moving down already, so now it's about another 31%. You can really see 4-hourly candle. I don't want to get too crazy on this one because, you know, this is going to be closing very, very soon, but 171 billion worth of ELON was sold in that candle. So that pretty much wraps it up. The market cap is sitting at around about 240 million. So we definitely can come down another 30%. I would not be surprised at all. So this is what I think is going to be playing out for ELON. There's not much to say about the squeeze mom. On the weekly time frame, you know, we've been quote-unquote losing momentum for a while, even though it's pretty clear that we are picking up this momentum. On the daily time frame, we're almost flat on the squeeze mom, but I think the 4 hour is going to start trickling over into the bearish side of things now. How the squeeze mom normally works is you move below a key area of support, you move below a trend line, you move below a moving average, whatever it is, and that is normally what gets the momentum gearing up for this. So the fact that this is moving down quite strongly after a rejection of the EMA ribbons just 2 days ago, it makes me think that we are going to move down a lot lower. There's so much eminess on this chart. There's just literally M's everywhere. It's not looking good. I can just sit here and just draw M's like all over the chart. This is not bullish market structure at all for ELON, unfortunately. So that's basically it. That's what I think is going to be happening. I think we are moving down to 298. Let's just call it 300. And like I said, that is about a 32% drop from where we are right now. That's all I've got for ELON at this moment in time. I would be sitting on the sidelines for this, hoping for lower price targets. But bear in mind, like I've said in all of my ELON videos, I am an ELON holder, and it constitutes, you know, only a couple of % of my portfolio. So it is pretty much one of the only altcoins that I am going to be holding through this bearish spout. Apart from ELON, I am also holding Solana, Bounty, and the rest of my NFTs. Apart from that, I'm basically all in Bitcoin right now. And I've been saying for a while, I've been very adamant that Bitcoin is the... If you were going to be a Bitcoin max at any point in time, now is the time. And why am I saying this? Because we're seeing the Bitcoin dominance go up. When the Bitcoin dominance rallies like this, it's normally not a good sign for altcoins. In fact, it's never been a good sign for altcoins. And like I said, charting ELON against Bitcoin, I know this chart kind of sucks. Unfortunately, we can't chart it over on TradingView, but just, you know, we really don't need to use TradingView to see that we're clearly in a bearish downtrend against ELON. So that's all I've got for ELON. Be careful if you are still trading these meme coins. I do think this is going to have at least another 32% hit. If we do capitulate below there, bear in mind, 50% would be the next drop, and that is about almost another 30% drop from where this is. So hopefully we come down and have a strong bounce. I will be updating you when that does happen, but until then, it looks like we're gearing for that breakdown of the bear flag. Be prepared for that. That's all I've got for you today. As always, not financial advice. Cowboy out. Peace.